Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about our higher selves. What does that mean? Why do I refer to it so much? And what does it mean for you? So I always want to say a disclaimer at the beginning of topics such as this, that this is my interpretation based on my learnings, my experiences, and the whole point of being on this earth is to learn and to grow. So the development of understanding what my higher self is has come to me through the years. And I feel like I'm pretty secure in knowing what it means now. But it did take a lot of me doing my own research and meditation and channeling and talking with people to fully grasp this concept of higher self, because it can be kind of hard to grasp it. So with saying that, let me explain to you what I believe my higher self is and walking this journey here on earth. So my higher self is my true self, my true soul that came down from heaven after signing a soul contract saying what I wanted to accomplish in this lifetime and learn in this lifetime, all encompassed in love. Okay, so I know for a fact, and that this is something I'll say proud and loud, is that I know that love is really all that matters and is what we're supposed to take throughout this life. And we forget that because we lose connection to our higher self, our true self, that aspect of us that is still up in heaven trying to guide us, to remind us why we're here and we're doing what we're doing, because we do forget. As we are engulfed in earthly matters and obstacles and challenges, we forget, we lose faith, Having faith sometimes goes into understanding who your higher self is. So my higher self, my true soul, is not an all-knowing, because that's God, but an aspect of me that keeps me on the right path, that keeps me doing good, keeps me rooted in love, and keeps me rooted on my mission. And I tap into my higher self through meditation, through grounding myself and connecting myself back up to the heavens in order to receive messages. And that also goes into me interpreting things through my intuition. So when I'm talking to my intuition and communicating with my intuition, a lot of the times I'm speaking to my higher self, the one who literally has the blueprint for what I'm supposed to be doing here. And I'll check in and say, okay, so I'm steering off course. I kind of got messed up in this relationship, this worldly relationship, and I forgot, what are we supposed to be doing in this lifetime? So checking in with your higher self can keep you on the course of success, abundance, whatever you're supposed to be working on, or whatever your soul feels drawn to. So when you know your soul's purpose, which is referring to that soul contract, you're in alignment with your higher self. Your higher self will never leave you. You can never disappoint your higher self. Your higher self can just kind of nudge you back into the direction of where you need to go. There are some of us that also go so far astray from our higher self and lose ourselves in this worldly aspect and are earthbound, that we don't have that intuition. We don't have that good or bad, that right or wrong. And I feel like, if I can speak frankly, that people who are like narcissists have no connection in the moment of their higher self. Because to be a narcissist and be so completely egotistical and self-ego and worldly, there's no way you're receiving messages from your higher self. There's no way of only thinking about greed and manipulation and playing the earthly game is a part of your journey that you're supposed to be taking with your higher self and fulfilling that soul contract. That's just my opinion. But again, so higher self for me is my true soul, my connection with and to the heavens, that little part of me that still lives up there in that greatness that I'll one day go back to. And I love staying connected to my higher self because, for one, it helps me with faith. It helps me with hope. It reminds me of love, and it gives me a lot of strength, especially when you're going through trying times. And of course, You reach to God, you reach to your angels and your spirits, but also remember that a part of you is also up there as well and rooting for you and trying to lead you in the right direction. Some people might even think of that as their conscious, making those conscious decisions of doing good or bad, and how you decipher what is good and what is bad can be your higher self checking in with you as well. There's a lot of different ways to interpret it, I feel like, when you get to the nitty gritty of it. And a lot of different religions refer to it. You can look into Christianity, it's referred to in the Bible. I know, like Ephesians, I can't remember what verses, but there's some verses in Ephesians that speak about higher self. Then Buddhism is another one that refers to what your higher self is, or what your ego self is. And I'm sure there's plenty more. I'm just kind of blanking on it right now. But this is not a concept that is just new age. That's what I want to get across, is this is not just a new age concept, that higher self, and that higher self should take the place, that it should not take the place of God. It should not take the place of anything else. For me, my higher self, again, is just another part of me, a part of me that I look up to, literally and figuratively as well, and keeps me on the course. So when we think about children, when they come here, they're so pure, they're so naive. Yeah, they have a lot of selfish tendencies because that's the ego, earthly part of them. But at the center of it all, we know they just want love and want to give love. And that, to me, is when you're the most connected with your highest self still, because you have not been tainted, if you will, by the world. So if you're ever looking for inspiration on figuring out what your higher self is, look to children. I believe also that animals are connected to their higher selves. Most of them, I don't want to speak for all animals, but any of the animals I've ever had in my life, they are them. They are pure in their intent. They don't waver in decisions because they know, what they do instinctually and how their personalities are, unless they've gotten sick and things change. But at the purest form, or at the root of them, they know who they are and what they are and why they're here. And so we can learn a lot from animals too when it comes to navigating this world, and thinking about our higher self and what this journey is supposed to be, and reminding us of that. So with all those words I just said, I hope that makes sense to you. If there's any questions, concerns about what higher self means, or if you feel like that might be something that's a little too out of your comfort zone, I really want to hear from you, because there was a part of me that used to question, like, well, is higher self trying to replace God? And of course, just like with everything, you can take it there, but that is not the goal of your higher self, and that is not how I tap into my higher self, because my higher self would never suggest that they are above anybody or anything, especially not above God. My higher self only speaks through empathy and understanding and love. And so my higher self has really helped me to understand that concept and mantra of mine, that empathy over ego. That's definitely a download that I got from my higher self. That was not earthly Brandy who was thinking of that. I know that. So this missions work that I'm doing now, and how I feel so fulfilled in doing so, I believe is also channeled through my higher self. I really do. And it feels so right, and it comes so naturally, and it comes so easily in these different opportunities that are given to me. I have no doubt that it's my higher self guiding me, my angels and guides, and God, the divine. All of those encompassed into one as who I'm talking to. So I hope that makes sense. I'll be referring to my higher self in plenty of videos thus forward, so I wanted to make sure I explain that to you all. Anywho, that's it. I've talked long enough. Peace.